Okay, let's take a little bit more of a closer look at what we've done in 2025.1 with the trapping controls. And I'm actually going to start with point clouds because that is a little bit of a different approach to trapping. And what we have here is a extracted circle. And to look at its properties, all you have to do is go to the relationship. And you may be wondering, why can't I just construct features? Why can't I just go directly to a circle or whatever? Well, the advantage to a geometry relationship, a feature measurement itself, is the fact that it saves all of the related pieces. So you have everything as a unit. You've got the ability to play with the extractions. You can push this whole thing to a report. All of the tolerances are saved with it. So there's some real benefits. And what we've really done in this version is try to clarify and streamline where all those controls are. And where they sit is within this trapping controls dialog. And if you notice, I just right click. You can also go to the properties to access it. And what we have here is the configuration for a cloud-based feature. Right here, you have your proximity filter. So for example, if I didn't want to extract a full 3D extraction and just do a 2D extraction, I can just adjust that and hit apply. And as soon as you do that, you'll see that the values adjust, the extraction changes, and you want to use 3D, or you may end up with small deviations due to the scan proximity to the edge. So using 3D provides a more accurate position measurement, and all of that can be done on the fly directly through these filter settings. One additional fun thing that's been done in this version is that we now default to 3D whole and only use the 3D interior data setting that we've used to use with projection planes. But that's done for you automatically. If you don't use a assigned projection plane, this 3D whole extraction works fantastic and is now the default for circles. We've also set 2D whole for slots. So both should extract very easily from a cloud at this point. And again, these are all saved within this dialog, which is streamlined for cloud measurement. If you were to do point measurement, on the other hand, you can just simply select the point measurement and all of the point measurement options come up. And what we really have here is a full capability to automate a measurement process. So if I wanted to do point measurement and I wanted to perform a proximity trigger measurement, for example, I can simply select that option. Okay, let's take a look at feature measurement. And to do that, what I've done is I've switched on you. I've actually connected to a laser radar instead of an arm. And its scanning method is entirely different. What it does is very precise measurements of particular features. And we've done a bunch in this version to aid that particular process. So let's go back to the trapping controls, which again can be accessed just right here under the properties. And what I've done is configure this slightly different. Rather than doing points or clouds, I've selected geometry. And if I look at the instrument configuration here, I've selected a particular measurement profile, measurement mode that is used by the instrument. And I can assign that dynamically to each individual feature by just saying apply to selected and then set that as I want. Now, you've got a choice between clouds and geometry, and let's look at that a little bit closer in the way that the instrument measures. This instrument has the ability to configure a particular measurement with however you want to measure it, and then it can send either cloud data or a extracted circle that's computed on the instrument itself. And what we've done is integrate the ability to use either. So in this particular feature, trapping controls, I can choose between clouds and geometry. And by choosing which one of these radio buttons to select, I am assigning the feature which data type to assign if the instrument scans both. So that's the trick. It's basically just pre-configuring everything again to get exactly what you want when you measure. And there's a couple of ways to measure. One of those ways is to just simply right-click here and start trapping to all of them. And if you notice, you're able to just say, I want to put all these in a listening mode. And in that listening mode, I am going to take a measurement and you are going to capture it based upon which feature is the closest. And the closest is again assigned within this trapping controls. The closest is based upon a proximity match. So you can say, I want to set an origin distance, a nominal alignment distance, or a radius tolerance. All of these things can be preset to say how close do you have to be before you even accept the geometry. So that's one way to go, is to just trap everything and then measure from the instrument whichever feature you want to measure. Or you can go directly to the auto measure controls and say measure them all. And you just say select all your features and hit go, and the instrument will get the message and it'll run out there and it'll start measuring each feature one at a time until you've measured each of the features. So in this particular case, what I've done is assign a measured feature or a measured geometry. It's the extracted one that the instrument provided me. But at the same time, you'll see that the cloud data has also been sent to SA and is saved so that you have access to both. You can look at the traceability. All of that stuff is now built into the feature measurement itself.